very beautiful morning here at Gloucester. The eco resort is just here in the front, and around the corner is Monty's, but we preferred this one. There's a guy playing solo, there was lots of people, the food was really good. So we're up early and it's time to make the trek south again. Part 2 of our southward bound adventure. Significantly calmer winds this morning, so hopefully it'll be a good run through the passage. So the plan is you have to come, if you're looking at the passages down here, you've actually got to go right around. There's a very shallow section and this little rock is here, so you've got to kind of go around that rock. It's a small island. And there's some channel markers, and it's all on Navionics, so it's all well marked, but you've just got to follow the rules to get out through the passage, and there is a bit of a tidal stream that goes through there, so we'll no doubt feel that as we slip through. But let's get this part 2 started. It's the colour of the water in the Whitsundays that just blows your mind. I mean, it's similar out in the reef, but in here it's so beautiful and aquamarine. So in front here is Woodwark Bay, and it's the mainland, and that sort of curls around, and then you're going to get into Airlie Beach sort of over in this direction more. This is still headland in front, and behind that are the moles, which always makes me laugh, you dirty mole. So South and North Mole, which we're not stopping at. We're going past those and we're going to an island called Long Island, and there's a little anchorage in there called Happy Bay, and we will be quite happy there tonight. But it's really delightful to be back here in the Whitsundays with such gorgeous water and pretty vistas. This is the mole group. So North Mole, Mid Mole. We've got Daydream Island right in front, which I went to years ago. I have good memories of that. And then in behind is South Mole. And we are tacking our way down this channel, trying to keep our speed up. We've got 6 knots at the minute. We were having 7 when we were going on the other tack. I only can use the iPhone because I may have fooped my underwater camera quite a bit, which is the one that I mostly film with, which means I can't attach this to anything, and I would dearly love to show our tacking because I'm a bit proud of us for being as clever as we are. You know, newbies learning all the literal ropes is really cool, and it's been really fun today. We've had some really good tacks, if I say so myself. But it's been a fun ride down the channel. So we're going to keep going down. We're tacking again shortly, and we'll keep going down in through here to where Long Island is. We are doing the sailing thing. We are tacking, and I'm a bit proud of us. We're passing Daydream Island. I've got some pretty fond memories of Daydream. In a lifetime ago, I was a doo-wop girl in a band here for a gig. Even had matching outfits and the whole thing. Had the moves. That's a million years ago, but it was a fun time, and it was a really good island to be on.
Okay, ready? Tacking.
Pretty little spot. We've arrived, we've anchored, we've eaten some Spanish mackerel, and we're sitting here just enjoying the afternoon. This beautiful day in the Whitsundays. Cracking sail to get here. I think I'll sleep well tonight. Yet another abandoned resort. It's just so heartbreaking. This would have been really beautiful in the day. Fantastic outlook. And yet shut down and abandoned. It's just heartbreaking. I mean, I know things get smashed in cyclones, and I mean, I don't have the money to do it up, but surely we should be leaving. I mean, the infrastructure on this one's actually in really good nick in comparison to like Brampton and the Dunk stuff. But, oh well, I hope someone's going to do it up.
So we're on our way down to Shore Island at Burning Point, just coming out of Happy Bay. Come through the channel, we've just got the sails up, main and Genoa. We're going to have to tack down the Whitsunday channel, and we're sitting, don't quite have enough breeze at the moment to do anything substantial. We've got about 7 knots of true wind, which gives us bit over 10 knots of apparent, sitting at 40 degrees. So I just want that to pick up a little bit, and then we'll have a nice sail, hopefully like we did yesterday, straight up to, it's about 16, 17 miles I think, to Shore Island, but there's no rush. Just as we're getting underway, Kim noticed a metal plate underneath the Genoa furling drum that had slumped to one side, and some bolts had come out of it. Very luckily, when I went up there to have a look, that one of those bolts that had come out had fallen down and was caught just before falling into the water between the crossbeam and the catwalk. So at least I was able to retrieve that and take it downstairs, and as luck would have it, I had a spare stainless steel bolt and a spring washer which fit that perfectly. Put them back in and tightened them up, and they were fine again, but when I looked over the other side, there was 2 more bolts associated with that same plate that had come well loose and were well on the way to coming out as well. So just quite an easy task of tightening those up, and all is good again. So I guess it's taken, you know, I don't know how long it's actually taken for them to come loose, but having the boat now for 18 months, it's just going a little bit too high into the wind there. Stand by. So it's taken about 18 months for that to happen, for them to work their way loose. But it's a nice easy fix, and hopefully it'll be some time before anything like that happens again. We've just decided to change our destination today. The wind's picking up. It's absolute champagne sailing conditions now. We've got about 14 knots of breeze apparent, and we're doing a steady 6 knots. And instead of going to Shore Island, we thought we might keep going on this line that we have at the moment, which is good, and go all the way down to Goldsmith Island, which we've been to before, and it's got a beautiful little anchorage in there. It really makes the most of better sailing conditions, gets us further south, and takes away any pressure on the days coming up for when we can't sail because there's too much wind, or we can't sail because there's not enough wind. So we'll just take advantage of what we have when we have it. So we noticed on the way, or just outside when we arrived, that one of these, where the sail has these battens, see that one? That's a batten along there, and that's where the batten, the sail attaches to this car and goes up the mast, up and down like that. One of them, when the sail was up, was clearly broken away and was flapping around. So I've got to try and reconnect that batten with this car here. So I've just got to improvise with some twine at the moment just to see if that'll do what we need until I can get back to Brisbane and get a sailmaker to service these sails, and he'll fix that. very easy fix for them. We'll see how we go.
Fish on!
The conditions have just deteriorated more and more, and it's a real washing machine now. The swell is not coming in any particular direction. It's all over the place, and we've got 20 knots on the nose. So it's quite uncomfortable, and no matter which direction we sort of turn to put our corner into the waves, you still get the occasional one that's head on and you bury the bows into the next wave. So not very comfortable at all, and I'll be very pleased when this is finished.
I have never been happier to see an island come into view than I am to see Keswick in front of us right now. This has been a bit brutal. Well, she's blowy at St. Bees. Goodness me, over 20 knots in the anchorage, and we knew it. It's going to be that today. It's going to get up to about 24 tonight and be pretty gnarly tomorrow as well, but this is a good spot to be, despite the wind and the howl. It is actually quite calm. Let me turn this around. The boat itself is sitting nicely, and we've got just a gentle, very gentle roll. So, you know, could be worse, right? And it's a really pretty spot. Supposed to be good for fishing, supposed to be good for snorkeling. There shan't be any snorkeling today. When we caught a massive Spanish mackerel on the way here. It's the saving grace for the actual trip, which was just so ordinary. Absolutely have enjoyed better days on the water. But you know, you got to take the good with the bad, don't you? Like it's that's what goes on. You can't have rainbows and unicorns every day. So anyway, sun's out. That's the main thing. And oh, I've got to hold on. She really is blowy. Yeah, it's been I think we need a drink is where we're at. I feel a bit battered and bruised from that, from a mental point of view. So change of plan, as you do, you've got to turn on your heel. We had a couple of extra days of wind, so we stayed in St. Bees for an extra day, and then decided that we didn't need fuel, so we're not going to Mackay now. So instead we're coming today straight down to to Curlew. Then we're going to slip, which is a long run, to be honest. We've started fairly early, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. And then tomorrow we're going to come down to Hunter, from Hunter to Pearl Bay, and then that connects over here, and then Pearl Bay across to North Keppel. And by then we think we'll probably need to fuel up so we can always slip across to Yeppoon if that's the case, which will then get us across to Great Keppel. So a couple of big legs ahead of us, but you know, that's the job of having to get south. So here we go. Welcome to Curlew Island, where King Kong is guarding the seas to the north. How fabulous. It's a great spot.
So we're heading for Hunter Island from Curlew, and there's not a lot of wind out today, it's getting up to 10 knots of apparent now, which is the most we've had all day. Prior to that it's been really, really calm. Ocean state is flat, it was glassy before, but we've got a lot of current pushing across us, over 2 knots of current, pushing us from starboard to port out to sea. So because of that, we've got the autopilot running, and so we're facing probably 25 degrees away from our destination to compensate for that current pushing us out to sea. The black line on the screen is the way the boat is facing, and the blue line, which is right in line with our route, is where the boat is actually going to go.
Well, if you have to be up at 5:30, this is the kind of greeting that you want. Sun is gorgeous as it rises. We've got about 11 knots of true wind, 14 in apparent. So we're about to get these sails up and make our way to Pearl Bay. This is the second last of this leg to get us to the Keppels. Well, it's not a dull exit. We have 3 knots of current against us. We knew to come out on the flood tide, not the ebb. Oh, geez, Louise. But the only way to leave for us today was to go on the half tide. And so you have 3 knots of current against us. We've got quite a bit of roll going on. That is called Danger Island, just to make you feel good about it. We're doing somewhere between 6 and 8 knots, and we've got, I don't know, 1.5 to 2 metre swell. And it's a little washing machine and a tight, slightly hectic. Come sailing, he said.
The worst is over. Autopilot is off, it's manual steering. Ready? Tacking. Go. And that's tack.
Oh, gosh, that was a big day. Ended up being 61 nautical miles and 12 hours. We managed to sail a lot of it. We made it in before sunset. It's just gone down now as we've just been tidying up a few bits and pieces, but glad to be here and currently sitting down and reworking the passage plan for the next bit. This was a milestone to get to Pearl Bay, which is where we are. Let me give you a quick look. It's a really nice spot. This is, of course, the place where Juan, the Spanish mackerel that we juaned but didn't get, he lives in here. He's still carrying some of Jason's lures over and out for tonight.
Good morning from Pearl Bay. We're up early, just before 6. We're all set to go, or almost set to go. We're heading down to North Keppel from here. No time to try and catch that bloody Spanish mackerel that I missed last time. We're straight down again and just resolved to have a quick stop over here and get going again this morning. So pretty light winds, easterly to start with, turning more southeasterly as the morning progresses. So the earlier we can get going, the better chance we'll have of a better wind angle, as long as there's enough wind out there. Looks like another beautiful day. Looking forward to getting going. See you in Keppel.
This red tide happens up this way, and it's bizarre. It's like a slick of red paint, almost orangey red paint that's in the water. It's a phytoplankton that that when it blooms, it leaves this slick behind, and it's really strange to go through. Apparently, all it does is just smells a little bit, but it's perfectly harmless in this part of the world. Other parts of the world, red tide is not so great, but up here, all fine. There you are. Science lesson for today.